Hello everyone, and thanks for stopping by to Scrap and Craft with Terry. Today we're going to make a file folder pocket folio. Well, that's what I called it, so hopefully it's fitting. So we're going to go ahead and get started, and I just ask if you like my video, you give me a thumbs up and check out my other channels. So I have everything all cut out and inked, of course, and probably have to touch up something when I round my pocket corners and that. But all I did was cut a file folder, and I'll let you know the size of it. I cut it and I have it marked my inside and my outside so I know where my little tags and all that stuff goes. I just used the tab on the file folder so I could make my tab up there. So opened, this is, well, to the tab. We'll go to the tab. It's like 8 3/8 by about 5 7/8. But you can make it however long you want it. The folder was actually folded like this to begin with, and I wanted this on my top right corner, so I just turned it wrong side out. So I want to round my corners. And then I'll just touch up where I rounded them. I inked my outside and my mats in brown, but I inked my other stuff in a couple different colors. Okay, here we go. So now we're going to start out by adding our mats. Like I say, of course, I have each one marked. And I think on my outside edges, I'm going to round these. It'll just go like that. And I'm just going to use my glue stick to put it on with. I guess it'll just be faster. How's everyone doing today? Are you getting a lot of crafting done? I've kind of just been off and on today, taking it easy. For no other reason, but it sounds good. Let me get it on here straight, I hope. And there we go. I printed 2 different papers for my mats. Just kind of give it each part a little bit different look. Okay, and as I go, I'm going to add my pockets and my tags because I just don't want to go back to it. I have to have a little piece of paper so I can cut my corner. Let me see, which way does it go? Because my corner rounder, this is only printer paper. So my corner rounder doesn't like to cut printer paper all by itself. So I'll just have that piece of paper laying over there to cut my corners if I only have a single layer. So this is from one paper and this is from another, and this one's just a little bit different. So I'm going to put it down with my my art glitter glue. I'm only going to do 3 corners. Now I'm not going to cut my thumb notch in because I want to put lace at the top of the pockets because I think that will be pretty. Okay, so there's that. And my lace. And I got this lace, trying to figure out if there's a right side and a wrong side. I got this lace from Temu, and I think it's really pretty. It comes wider, and then you can cut it in half, and that's what I did. I'll see if this will hold it. Generally, I use my Fabri-Tac for lace or that, but this is thin. So we'll see if this holds it. Bought this quite a while back, and it got stuck in with some other stuff. So of course I couldn't find it. Well, maybe that's not going to hold it. I guess I'll just add this and be done with it. Should have done that to begin with, huh? I'm just going to run it out to my edges. This time I have a baby wipe up here, so hopefully my fingers don't get all gluey. I always forget the baby wipe. Figure if I run the lace all the way out to the edges, it's easier to trim. And I think that's pretty. Then I'm just going to add this flower to the front. And I just inked around these with a little bit of green. Let me see, the green is called Bamboo Leaves. Didn't want to ink them real dark. Just to highlight the edges a little tiny bit. I thought about putting butterflies on, but I couldn't find any butterflies that I liked on it, so we went to flowers. All right, and then this is my tag. So for my tags, I'm doing 2 different colors. I'm doing a green and this kind of pink type color. It's like a gray with pink flowers in it, so I think they go good together. So I'm going to round my corners on this, and I could probably cut my tag shape. I have to make sure I stay up. Oh, let me see. I have to make sure I stay up in the camera. I keep finding myself going down lower on the table, and I don't want to get lost. Okay. And then I will just ink this up, and I inked with the green around the green tags. And I just kind of cover up the background, and the background is also just a file folder. I just think file folders work so well. And I forgot my lace for my little toppers, so hang on. Okay, so I'm just going to use this lace because it'll go good with the background. And I'm just going to cut it. I'm not going to make any holes or anything like that. I'm just going to cut it and staple it on there. So I'll staple it and then I'll cut it. Well, I think I better put another one on there. That'll hold it better. Now, when I was initially doing these, I thought about putting something on my tags too, but I think the flowers on them are pretty. I probably could have highlighted it a little bit. Wonder if I should do that just to dress it up a little bit. Okay, so what I decided to do is I was going to do butterflies on the pocket initially, and I didn't think it looked right. Let me glue these flowers down because they're not sticking. So I thought I would just put little butterflies because the tags have flowers on them already. So I'll just put little butterflies on them. And I think that'll work all right. It's just going to be something on there anyway. Okay, so I'm just going to barely ink them. On the big tag, I'm going to put 3 butterflies. On the little tags, I'm only going to put 1, and they won't show up a whole lot, but I like to put gems on with them, so the gem will highlight it a little bit. Okay, so I think I'm just going to have them fluttering around on the tag, and I think that should work okay. Doesn't hurt my feelings that I have to put butterflies on because I like butterflies. Can't leave them stick up too far because when they slide in and out of the pockets, they'll get caught. But if we just have them fluttering around a little bit, and then I'll put little gems on them. Okay. Now let's see. I'm sure he can do 3 gems. So let me just cut these apart. And these are smaller, so if you're gonna write on it, it shouldn't bother it that much because there's journaling space on the back. See, and I think the gems will just highlight the cards so they won't look so bland. And I don't think this little guy can do 3, so he's only going to get 1. Because he's just a little baby. All right, and this one, we'll see what the green looks like. Yeah, I think he can only do 1 also. Let me set these aside out of the way. Gems just help dress everything up. There we go. And I think that looks better. So now I have to give him, or I have to give them their little antennas, or him. He's the only one, I guess. The other ones have them. All right, so there's that tag. And the gems fit in there just nice. So you have journaling on the back. I should just go ahead and maybe later on I might put paper on here because I have ink on the back. But for now we're not going to. So I think the gems make it look nice. So while we're matting though, I'm going to take the cards out and we're going to do the next one. I have lots of stuff here. All right, so this is our next one, and I'm just going to round the corners. I thought this was kind of a fun project to do. Let me get my glue paper back over here. And I left a border around. So I'd say, you know, if you want the border, just cut it like 1/8 of an inch shorter or whatever. I just stick the paper there and mark it. Pretty much is all I do. Okay. Now I'm going to put 2 pockets on here. I'm going to have the stacked pockets. So I'm just going to glue, I'm going to go ahead and glue all 3 sides. I could let this one go all the way down to the bottom, but I'm not going to. Let me see where I want this one. So I'm going to put this one about there, I think. Yep, I think so. And then on this corner, I'm going to round this. Make sure I round the right corner. Okay. And I'm just going to stick that on there. And then I'm going to put the lace on each one of these also. And put lace on all of the pockets. I really like that lace, and they have it in different colors. I'm going to have to order me some more. Order some different colors. Make sure I didn't glue the wrong one down. Nope. It wouldn't be good if I did that. Now, I'm going to have to make sure that I have this side even, and I'll cut off of the other side. You don't want to put it over into my fold. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my Fabri-Fix to begin with, or my Fabri-Tac. So we don't have no messing around. I'll put my tag over there before I lose it. And that's pretty. I like that. I really like the color of this lace. Can't say it enough. And I'm going to put this one here. And I really think that's pretty. Hopefully I'm in the camera view. And then I'm only going to put 1 flower. I'll figure out which way it goes. I think it goes this way. I don't think it goes that way. If it goes that way, that's too high, I think. I don't want to mess up my tag going in. I actually think the way the flowers are on there, it could go anyway. So I'm just going to do it like that. But I have to make sure I don't put glue up here, because I'll glue my pocket shut. And that would be a shame. You can just sit it down a little tiny bit lower. I think that's cute. This one's not going to get a flower because I don't think we need one on there. Okay, now make sure. Okay, that'll go in there good. That'll go in there good. All right, now in each one of these pockets, I'm going to put 2 tags, a pink one and a green one. And up there also, these are going to be a little bit taller up here. So I'm going to cut my corners. I'm just going to go off for a minute and get my other tags ready. I'll be right back. Okay, now I went ahead and did all of the rest of the tags because it's just the same thing. You don't want to watch the same thing. So we'll just go ahead and put them in here. So I think them look cute. And then when we have the one in the front, that also looks cute. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, let's move on. Now I'm going to do this one. I didn't see any sense just wasting time having you guys watch me do the same thing over and over and over. Sometimes that gets boring. I'd prefer for you to stay for the whole video. I forgot to round my edge. Well, let's see if I could do that real quick. See if it'll stick in my corner rounder. I did about so-so. So-so's good. So, we'll just ink that up a little bit. We'll ink that up a little bit and we'll stick it right on down there. Hopefully the glue's still wet. Okay. Now while that's sitting for a minute, I'm going to go ahead and I cut 2 little pieces of the paper that matches this. One for each side of the tab. Because I didn't know what else to put on there. And I didn't want to just leave it. So I was supposed to round these little corners, and I didn't do that either. Now I'm starting to get ahead of myself. We're just going to stick that down there like that, just to cover up the tab. I'm just going to round these 2 corners and go ahead and stick that one on, and then it'll be done and I won't forget. Let's make sure it fits. And there we go. Sometimes when you get going in a project, well, for me anyways, and then when I go off camera to do the other stuff, so I don't have to hurry. And when I come back on, I'm trying to hurry anyway. All right, now, and it doesn't do me any good to hurry. On this one, I'm going to do a side pocket tuck. Let's see. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and glue all 3 sides this way. And put my lace on. And my lace pretty much runs from end to end. I'm going to knock everything over. That's pretty. I like that. Okay, now I'm going to put this flower on here, and it's going to stick out a little bit, but I really don't think that's going to hurt anything. Once I put this on, if I see I need more glue somewhere, then I can put it on. I think these flowers go good with it also. Okay, now let me stick this in here and make sure I don't have any glue. I don't think I do. So the tag, or the little topper thing, works just fine because that's all the farther in the tag is going to go. Now to put the back on though, I'm going to have to take all these tags out. They are just too pretty. Oh, forgot to round my corners again. See, I'm just getting ahead of myself. Because my video was starting to get a little lengthy. And I know everyone doesn't want to sit forever. Okay, so there's that. I didn't get that inked very good. I don't like that stuff on my fingers. Okay. So now I'm going to round this. And we'll put that down. Now cover up that mess that I made out of that corner. Unfortunately, there's no help for the mess I made at the top. Now we'll put our little flower on. No, wait a minute. We have to put our lace on. Let me know so far what you think about the video. Okay, we can move this off of here. Now we can put our flower on. Yeah, we have to put that little guy up, going upwards. Okay, there's that. And then this will be the tag for the back one. But until I put all of the before I put all of the tags back in, I'm going to have a little bit of note paper in here. Have this paper here that I took out of a little book that I had, and I just think it's really pretty paper. It's double-sided, and I'm going to put it in the center, but all I'm going to do is tie it in where it'll be replaceable, so you'll be able to just slide the paper out and then slide some more back in. So let's see how much I need to, oh, that looks like a bad spot. Let me cut that out. Just going to tie it down in here. I don't want to pull too hard because I don't want to tear my file folder. I don't want to make it too tight so I can't get the paper in, but tight enough so it holds it. And then I can just tie a little bow. And if you wanted to put charms or dangles or anything on it, you could do that also. Cut this off where it frayed, and then we can add just a little tiny bit of glue. Then it won't fray. When I was sewing, I used stuff that was called fray check. And we would put that like on our ends, on our ribbons and stuff like that also, to keep it from fraying. And that worked really good. My bow is not the neatest bow in town, because like, I'm not the most, it doesn't matter how I tie it, I'm not the most fabulous bow tire. That doesn't look any better than the last one, but we're going to let it go at that. And then you can just slide the paper right on under here. And then if you want to take the paper out and write on it, you can, and then you can slide it back in. So we're going to go through and add our these things, our tags. And then to hold this together, you know, you could always just put a little piece, you could do like an altered paper clip, something like that. And that would just help to keep it down. But that color kind of matches that. And I think that's pretty. Hopefully I'm up high enough where you can see everything. And then we're going to put this in here. And since I used that twine for the, and that's kind of bulky. Since I used that twine for the paper, I'm just going to make a tie out of it. I looked and I couldn't find anything else that I really liked. So we'll just make a tie for the little folio out of the twine. And I think that should be good enough. So let me know what you think. Down in the comments. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. And then also on your tie, if you wanted to, you know, just add any little charms or anything like that, you could do that also. Hope the video wasn't too lengthy. So, and I hope you come back to see me again for my next video. So until then, I hope everyone has a wonderful day and happy crafting. Bye for now.